Ready to start the stream. Nice going. How's everybody do today? No one's here yet, so who am I talking to? Myself. Oh, I forgot to set up my other screen. Oh, man. That's okay. And why is this volume up over here? There we go. Everything's good. Everything's good. Okay. Let's see. All right. There's always something I forget every stream. It's always like easy things I shouldn't be forgetting. There's always one thing. Always one. All right. Everything is good. It's okay. Just gotta grab something out of here. This is the part of the show where we wait for people to show up. Just cleaning something out. What is he doing? What's that guy doing in his live stream? Why is he behaving like that? What does he mean? What is he saying? What's going on? Wouldn't you like to know? I forgot to add the guest link. I'm going to start adding the guest link to my Mastodon announcement. So if anybody wants to be a guest, they can. Ta-da. Nice shirt. You like it, huh, Wolf? What up, Wolf man? How you doing today, bud? One second. I left something over here for a second. There's something I gotta... No, I think it's over here, actually. Hold on, let me see. I think I found what I was looking for. Yeah, it was over there for sure. Maybe it's underneath the desk. That is a strong possibility, my friend. Very strong possibility. It could very much be true. So, how was your weekend? Hope it was good. Sure does not. I told you it's not. Look at that. It looks good. I mean, the black's faded. It's not as black as it used to be. Like, it was much blacker than this, right? It's definitely faded. But, like, look at the print, man. The print's still hanging in there. Look at that. Like, none of it's flaked off. It's all good. It's a little cracked in places, but it's hanging in there, man. But it is it's just more faded than when I first got it. It was a little blacker. But it's probably hard to tell with the webcam. Who says busy as fuck? Parade Saturday, film 2 episodes Sunday. Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. That sounds like a blast. Oh my god. You know, it's funny, the last time, what, the shirt? Yeah, look at that. That's good shape, man. Get you some free advertisement to the 2 people that are watching right now. But what was I going to say? So one of the things last week we talked about was, remember that guy came in here and he was talking about being a video editor and what have you. I told him that one of the things that takes up like the majority of most editing is getting rid of the silence, the dead spaces in between people talking, you know. And I said that easily takes up most of my time. Well, damn, if I didn't figure out at the end of the day that my video editing app that I use for my phone and my tablet, which is, can I just say I love this app? It's called VLLO. I liked it so much. I've been using it for like 2 years. It just keeps getting better. This thing now has a thing. Part of it is built so that you can determine, like you can get rid of those silent spaces. You can say, okay, I want, if it's over 1 second, get rid of it. If there's a silent space under 5.5 seconds, get rid of it. You get what I'm saying? So it automatically gets rid of it. Oh my God. So much easier now. So much easier now. It like, I edited like 4, you know, just short films, like little short videos, clips, that would have taken me probably like over an hour to do. You know, that's getting rid of all the sound and everything. And I had that done in like 40 minutes, like less than 4, probably 30 minutes if I'm being honest. I was just shocked. I was like, oh my God, this thing is great. I would almost pay for that app again if I hadn't already paid for it. That's how happy I was with it. I was like, oh my God, that's awesome. So count that as a free plug for VLLO. I know what's the big app right now is CapCut or whatever. That's the one that's being pushed. I've tried it. I like the VLLO more. Yeah, and simply put, it is a video editing app. VLLO is a video editing app. CapCut is a social media app built around video editing. What I mean by that is when you go into CapCut, it has, you know, all these things to make your social media look great, right? And all these filters and stickers and, you know, all these other things. Now watch, I'm going to go back and find out it's not CapCut I'm talking about, it's something else completely. You know what I mean? I hope I'm getting the name right, CapCut. If not, I feel stupid. But yeah, it's different. I like VLLO because it lets me, like, it's just simple. It does what I need it to do. It doesn't do more. It does what it says it does. I just like it. I love that app. So there, you get a little free publicity for VLLO. VLLO. Oh. Refresh something for a second. There it is. Dame. Cool to see someone using PeerTube. What's up, Dame? Sorry I didn't see you. I didn't realize that my chat wasn't going up on the PeerTube account. Heck yeah. I would love it, Dame, if more people would use PeerTube. I mean, it's a... I would just love to see, you know, more people on the Federation, you know, using PeerTube to put the same kind of stuff they would on YouTube. All my stuff that's on YouTube is on PeerTube. Like in Mastodon and what have you, whenever I talk about my videos, it's always a PeerTube link. Almost always. I try. I don't always succeed. But when you believe in something, you got to support it the best you can, you know? Federation, like Starfleet. Sort of. The Knighted Federation of Instances. Let's see. Dame says it should. I think with client native apps, a beautiful UI, an easier way to support creators, PeerTube would take off. Well, yeah, that would bid a lot of money to put into it, you know. The UI is not so bad. I mean, if you're comparing it to like other Fediverse apps that are out, services that are out there, it's not bad. It's okay. It's okay. It has a good mobile interface as well. Yeah, I'd like to see a native client app for it as well. That all takes support. That takes more people getting into the project. You know, I think that if they had a native chat for their live streaming, like the one you're using right now is not native. That's was built by the creator of the instance that you're on, DavBot there, that I'm using to the live stream. Which is why, like, this instance that I'm live streaming on right now on PeerTube is not my main PeerTube account. There's a link. If you go to my my profile on this instance, you'll get a link to my actual PeerTube account. But PeerTube doesn't have a native chat app for their live stream. Supposedly, they're working on having it done before the end of the year or by the end of the year. We'll see. You know, and if so, I'll probably switch back to that, to my other instance. But this person was nice enough to help support me by giving me a spot on their instance to live stream that has, you know, the chat that he put into it. So I am grateful. That's the word I'm looking for. What am I trying to say? But yeah, Dame, I totally support the Fediverse and everything on it. It's the first place I go to for my social media needs. If it's Mastodon or KBin or PeerTube, you know, PixelFed, they're all great. I need to move this closer. Hold on. There we go. I have like a little arm off to the side that's holding up a tablet. And it's like lets me change the scenes, puts up the comments, you know, like that, take them off, things like that. So also on the other half of the screen has the chat for PeerTube. But anyway, yeah, so oh my gosh. So okay, here's the thing. My mind right now today is because of a conversation I had with someone in Mastodon. My mind today
may be beyond my abilities at the moment.
Shut up, Siri. My mind right now, because of a conversation I had in Mastodon, is about streaming services, not live streaming. You know, Netflix, you know, HBO, or no, I guess they're called Max now, Disney Plus. You know, streaming services that offer the shows. And people are complaining today, and they're saying that the streaming problem with the streaming services right now is that they're getting just as expensive as cable. And I kind of have a problem with that. I get people's points, and people are pointing to like how a lot of them are trying to get you to bundle with them and getting into like year-long contracts. And okay, fine. And here's the thing. What bothered me about cable wasn't just, you know, the lack of programming. There was plenty of crap to watch on cable, right? But my problem with cable was that I was essentially paying for things that I didn't like. Like, I could get packages, like, forget the packages, actually. Forget the package. Just imagine you have basic cable. You're paying however much you're paying for basic cable, right? But you're not only paying for just the channels that you watch, you're also paying for things like Fox News or, you know, other channels that you may not, you know, ethically agree with. right? Okay. And doesn't matter because you're paying the basic cable fee. That's what you're paying towards. You're supporting that. And that was really one of my biggest problems with cable. The thing about, but people will say, okay, well, with Netflix, you're paying for example, you don't watch all the content, so you're paying for content that you're not watching. Sure, okay. But if all of a sudden something unethical to me comes up on Netflix, you know what I can do? I can cancel Netflix for that month. Okay, I can get rid of Netflix and put that money towards another service or something else. Couldn't do that with your basic cable program package, right? Packages. Couldn't do that. Couldn't do that. So, also with streaming services, you can, if there's nothing on that month that you don't want to watch, or that you're going to watch, if there's nothing on that you're going to watch that month, you can cancel that subscription for that month and then just sign up, start it up again the next month if something comes on. Hell, you could literally just not watch Netflix for 2 or 3 months and then get it for 1 month and binge all the shows that you missed. But people say, oh, people want to be caught up on the latest TV shows and the latest series and movies that are on these services. I don't think that's going to keep being like that. I really don't. I think people get burned out on trying to keep up with the latest series and they know they can't. It's just like there's so much music out there, excuse me, that you really can't keep up with all the latest songs, right? Especially, it gets harder and harder to do because there's so much music out there. It's the same thing with these streaming services. All these streaming services and all the content that's out there, there's going to be a lot of great shows. There'll be a lot of shitty shows. There's going to be a lot of great shows. And because of that, people are never going to be able to watch the same shows at the same time. Follow me? Yeah, right. Wolf, exactly. Wolfman says, and a lot of it's horrible music. Yeah, on the music streaming services. True. Yeah. So I think it's much more advantageous. Streaming services are much more advantageous. They are, you have more control over it. And you are able to decide for yourself what you want to support and what you don't, And that's why it'll always be infinitely better to me than cable. People act as, I didn't quit cable because of the cost. Like Tam and I, when we cut the cord, we didn't do it because of how much cable cost. We did it because there was just no point to having it for us anymore. So we got rid of it and just put the money towards streaming services, which we liked better, watched more. And even with Tam and I discussed it the other day, even with Hulu, their prices are going up. And, it's going to cost a couple bucks more for the no commercial version of Hulu. Tam and I are all like, okay, we didn't think it was that much more. We still don't want the commercials, And because we understand, hey, these things have costs, Now we just got to get the streaming services to pay everybody right. That's the next step. Get these streaming services to pay everybody right. Wolfman says, I have every major service but Apple, and it's still cheaper than cable. Right. Yeah. We have, let's see, we have Apple TV, which I recommend. There's some great, even if you just get it for a month, binge the shows and then turn it off. There's some really great shows on there, man. It'll be worth it. Even if you just get a trial for a month or something like that, dude. or just if you just get it for a month, it's worth it. There are some really good shows on there. Especially there's some really good sci-fi shows. Ted Lasso's on there. There's a couple others really good. I can't recommend. I've not been disappointed. Let's put it like this: I have not been disappointed in the amount of content and the good amount of good content that's come out of Apple TV. I give them their props, right? Flat out. See, we have that. We have Prime because we have Amazon Prime. We have we got rid of Netflix. We don't have Netflix because fuck them. We have Max, with the HBO. We have the Peacock. We have Hulu. We have was it Paramount Plus, Disney Plus, and then I have a friend who has a Plex server that has something like 12 gigabytes. Excuse me, not gigabytes, terabytes, something like that. 12 terabytes worth of movies and media. I have access to that. Oh, Twisted Metal on Peacock. Yeah, we're on like the third or fourth episode. It's pretty fun too. But yeah, those are the streaming services that we have. And honestly, if the way I use it is that if there's nothing that month or the next month that I know that I'm going to want to watch on that service, I will turn it off. Like because I keep up on like what's coming next month, to this service, this service, this service. I watch those shit on YouTube. You can catch them all the time. They're easy. And so you know what's coming up the next month. Okay, if there's nothing that interests me the next month, guess what? I unsubscribe for that month. I cancel my subscription for that month. Excuse me. So I save money. Hey, I'm gonna call you Ann. What's up, Leanne? How about Leanne? There you go. I have Netflix and Amazon Prime as my always on, and will subscribe to some other services for 2 to 3 months and binge what I really, really want to watch for them. Then away they go. Right. Which is, I think you're going to see more people doing more often. Yeah, I mean, that makes complete sense to me. That's how I do it too. If there's something that I don't care about, I don't watch it. Yeah, it says I initially tried doing that, but it was exhausting for me. So now unsubscribe is my default. Very few things go away in a year's time. Yeah, they'll be there when I come back around to binge. Yeah, and I think that's how people look. I understand people when we have this kind of this culture where we only had 7 channels to watch on TV, and so it was easy for everybody to keep up with everybody about what shows they were watching. But that just doesn't exist anymore. So people don't care as much about that. So people are happy. Like for me, like I'll give you an example. For me, Ahsoka is starting soon, and I'm excited to watch that. But I'm not going to start watching it until I've gone through the Disney Plus playlist of Ahsoka Essentials with my girlfriend Tam, right? So she can be all caught up, and there's episodes that I haven't seen like. I haven't caught all of Tales of the Jedi or all of Clone Wars or all of Rebels, what have you, right? So I've got 7 more episodes, I think, 7 or 8 more episodes to watch before we can watch Ahsoka. I don't care. I honestly don't care. Like if I don't watch Ahsoka till next week or 2 weeks from now, that's fine. My friends who are into Star Wars will be more than happy to talk to me about it then. Oh, Ahsoka is tonight. Oh, see, that's fine. I'll miss it. It's okay. We've been watching like 3 episodes of the playlist a night, so we'll have it in a couple of nights. But we'll get it. We'll get to it. There's no need to freaking rush like crazy. Dame over on PeerTube says Apple TV Plus is so good. Yeah, it's really got a lot of great shows on it. I always recommend it to people. It is, I think, probably. I probably watched the most series that I've enjoyed have been on the last year or so. Have been on Apple Plus. And it says, yep, it'll all still be there. Yeah, but absolutely will still be there, right? And then, so what I think is going to happen, I think these streaming services are trying. Let's put it like this, okay? These streaming services are hungry for money because that's their job. That's what they do, right? So I think what's going to happen is that they're going to start pushing. I think you're going to start seeing cable services, cable services, excuse me. I think you're going to start seeing streaming services offering yearly annual packages for a much bigger discount than the monthly. They will want people paying more for the monthly because they don't want people on a monthly. They don't want you on the monthly. They're going to want you on the annual where you're paying for a year of the service. Because they know, I think, that if you have the choice, you can just cancel your subscription that next month. But I think on the other side of it, they also know that most people aren't going to do that. Like, most people aren't going to be like me and you, Leanne. Most people aren't. They're just going to buy the subscription and leave it running and never give it a second thought. Even if they don't watch anything on it for 3 months, they'll still pay for it. That's what Netflix and all these streaming services count on. If that was the stop, they'd probably go out of business. You know, they might make considerable less if people paid monthly and knew to turn them off. I'm surprised there's not a service that allows you to put all of your streaming service information into like one app or something and be able to turn on and off your subscription every month, you know, as you want. Something that would like show you what's coming on those services for the next month, and you can decide, oh, is there anything on next month I'm going to watch? No? Okay, unsubscribe. I am. I'm kind of surprised no one's come up with that. Leanne says, I've gotten so spoiled, I cannot watch shows each week as they come out anymore. Oh, yeah, no. We're usually off by a couple of days around here. Yeah, easily. Wolf says I restarted Game of Thrones. First season was great. Yeah, I agree. Digital Redneck. I think I'm saying that right. Over on PeerTube says antenna rules. Yeah. Well, depends on where you are. You know, you can still get free stuff over the antenna. And depending on where you are is going to decide if that stuff good or not. Yeah, it says if something like that, managing all streaming services, did exist, the streaming services would probably do everything they could to mess with its functionality. Probably. Yeah, probably. You're not wrong at all. Wolfman says Star Wars is the only ones I watch when they come out. Otherwise, I wait. Yeah, I get that. That makes sense. If you have like a... no, I totally get that because I am that way with like Star Trek. Don't get upset. Where I want to see the episode right away, you know, that kind of thing. And so I totally get that. If there's one or two that you're into for your own personal, you know, not to try to keep up with the Joneses around the water cooler kind of thing, you know, I get it. That makes sense. I wouldn't diss that at all. You know, that, yeah, I get it. The thing is, going back to what I was saying earlier, is that you definitely have more control with your streaming services than you ever did or would with cable. Cable was just getting worse They knew they had a monopoly. They thought they had a monopoly. And they thought people wouldn't cut their cords for the streaming services. But guess what? People did. I did years ago. Jesus, it has to be like 7 years ago. I don't regret it at all. Wolf says, I still haven't finished Strange New World or restarted Picard this season. Strange New Worlds is the best Star Trek series that's come out since they started popping out new Star Trek series again, hands down. It just has... It has more of that optimistic heart that I think all of the majority of the Star Trek series had, that seemed to be missing from, like, let's say Discovery, which was, you know, when they started popping out the new series again, which was their first one. And let's be honest, the first couple of seasons, they struggled. A lot of lens flares. I didn't get what that was about. But hands down, I would say Strange New World is the best Star Trek series that's come out for a while. And then my second favorite is Lower Decks. The animated series is wonderful. Digital Redneck says over on PeerTube, says it feels like the original. Yeah, right. It does kind of feel like the original series. That optimism, that with the sense of danger, with the camaraderie between the crew. I couldn't think of the word crew for a second. Yeah, definitely, it's great. It's I think it's the Star Trek show that Star Trek fans wanted. You know, and I'm even okay with in 5 years from now or 7 years from now or whatever, how long they decide to, if they want to reboot the original series with the actors they've been using from A Strange New World. You know, they've already got Kirk, Uhura, Scotty. They've got, you know, all they need is Sulu. And I think Chekhov actually doesn't join the ship until later on after Kirk takes over. So they're not going to introduce Chekhov. He's way too young. He was like the youngest, you know, in Starfleet or whatever was his position was. He's supposed to be like 17 years old or something like that. So yeah, I don't worry about that. Digital says, especially for those of us that are old enough to have watched the original. Yeah, I wasn't that old. I'm not that old, but I did watch it a lot in reruns when I was a kid. But yeah, it's a great show. That and Lower Decks, the animated series, is really funny. People like purists. I've seen purists want to shit on Lower Decks because it's humorous and they're making fun of the lore, and but that's why I love it. Because you know what? It has the key elements of Star Trek. It has that you want in a Star Trek show. It has that a little bit of optimism with friendship, the power of friendship, you know, with you know, a little bit of danger, a little bit of risk at the same time. And so you get invested into the characters, just like you do all of the other Star Trek shows. So when people shit on Lower Decks and they call themselves fan, I kind of sometimes I wonder, do you really get Star Trek? Quite nostalgic, right? I'll bet those people also hate Galaxy Quest, Leanne says. Probably. Or they just don't get it. You know. That also can be true. Oh my God. Well. Oh. I got to take a I don't think it'll take me longer than a minute. My cat just threw up on the floor, and I need to go clean it up. Oh, I think it's going to do it again. Somewhere else. Yep. Okay. I don't know what my cat ate, but it's throwing up. I will be back. Give me a minute or two. This is disgusting. I got to clean this up. Sorry, guys. Be right back. All right. Sorry about that. Let me get in here. Oh, that was gross. That was. I washed my hands, but they still smell like cleanser. Yeah, so my cat, I guess, just ate a bunch of food. Then maybe drank some water too quickly, I think. I'm not really sure what happened there. But it just like it all on the floor. Like it wasn't even digested. Oh, I think she just ate the water too quickly. I had to clean it up before one of the other animals decided to get to it. You know, the other cat or the dog. Because you know how that goes. If you've ever had a pet, you know how that goes with them. So yeah, streaming services and what have you. Fun times for all, for sure. I grabbed a little bottle of Harmless Harvest coconut water. Harmless Harvest coconut water, micro-filtered, never heat, pasteurized for that great original coconut flavor. Harmless Harvest coconut water. Fresh like you wouldn't believe. Try it today. Not an ad. It is my favorite by far, coconut water. It's delicious. Dax will eat it. Wirewolf Man. Well, he's usually pretty good about stuff like that. Usually stays away from it, but you never know. Poor kitty. Yeah. She's okay, though. You know, just cats. They throw up sometimes. Leanne says, my Amy also does the scarf and barf. Right. That's pretty much how I describe it as well. Okay, let me put this down for a second because I will just drink the whole bottle. I have to like sip of this thing because it's so good that I don't want to waste it. I like to take little sips. Little sips so I can enjoy it. But yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens with streaming services over the next little while, like a couple of years, next year, actually, next couple of years. Because I think something interesting is about to happen in the next 10 years. And I don't know how long it'll last. And it has to do with AI. Because these streaming services, if they have an opportunity to make a show, you know, and this is going to sound weird, and not have to have actors or producers, have AI, you know, create it within a matter of hours or what have you, digitally. And not have to pay the actors and the staff, you know, and all that comes with it. They will jump on that like a tick on a dog. You know, they will just jump all over that because they want to make money. And here's the thing, and this has been true for these studios since day one. I've known people in the entertainment industry. I know people that work in Hollywood, right? And I'm telling you flat out, since day one that Hollywood has existed, that the movie entertainment industry has existed, okay? That these studios think that they know what is good and what is not. You know, because that's their whole thing. They only approve what they think is going to be really good. And they don't recognize that it's the people, it's the talent that make those things good. So you get these studios and these producers that think, oh, I could come up with this story and I can come up with this story and I'll have AI write it for me and then have AI do the graphics and everything else like that. And no one will know. And it's going to be shit. You're going to have a lot of untalented people creating content that no one is going to want to watch. There was a movie studio. I can't remember the name of it right now. That was originally created to be owned by actors and writers, basically. Can't remember which studio it was, but it was in opposition to the strict studio domination that existed in the 50s. You know, and I kind of wonder sometimes if we're not going to see that with streaming services. Like, I'm just waiting for some savvy, actors that have millions of dollars or producers that have millions of dollars to pool their resources and make their own streaming service. And if they do it right and they do it fairly, and pay everybody fairly and what have you, guess where all the content is going to go? Guess where all the creative content's going to go? It's going to go there. I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if that was to happen. Leon says they're not bargaining on training the AI to do the things that they want it to do. And yep, garbage in, garbage out. Yep. Pretty near much. Yeah. That's what they're counting on. But like I said, I would like to see a collective of artists creating their own studio. I mean, come on. How hard can fucking distribution be these days? Right? Because that was what you really counted on these movie studios for, was distribution. You know, because producers are the one that pay for it. That's why they're called producers. Right? The producers get the money together either from the studio or from investors. Right? And once they have the money, then they have a budget to work with and they make the movie. They pay their actors accordingly to how much money they have, you know, and what have you. Okay? That's what a producer did. Studios were just distributors. That's all they were for the longest time, really. And the way that they held control over the producers was by saying that if you don't do things our way, we won't distribute your movie. Because these producers weren't going to go to like all these movie theaters around the country and try to get their films shown. It was, you'd be crushed by the movies that are being put out by the studios. You'd never get any time on the screen. So the studios had a strong hold over the producers because of this. Well, we're in an age now where that's not necessarily as true as it used to be. You know, that's not necessarily the case anymore. And now it's easier to distribute your content. Freaking couldn't be easier. YouTube, look at YouTube. You know, there's a lot of good content on YouTube that goes unnoticed. Like my channel. No, I'm just kidding. And, things like PeerTube coming up on the Fediverse and what have you. But, yeah, it's going to be an interesting next decade, I think, to see what's going to come out of entertainment. It's like I saw an article the other day that said that the message that the studios got from the Barbie movie was to make more movies about toys. Yeah, so, they're partnering with Hasbro and what have you, and these studios are looking to make more toy-based themed movies. Because Barbie did so well. You see what I mean? They're like missing it. They miss it completely. They're missing what happened. They're missing why Barbie was successful. They're missing why people were drawn to it and got the message. What's about the toy? You know? They just missed it. Yeah, that's right, Leanne. I couldn't say it better myself. They're confidently learning the wrong fucking lesson. Yeah. That is very much, I could not have said that better. Hold on 1 second. There's something over here I need to grab. I just got to go right out of frame. Wait, hold on. Wait, no. I'm still in frame. Damn it. It's not working. Be right back for 3 seconds. Hold on. Nothing to see here. Don't pay attention to anything in the back. Nothing to see. Excuse me. But no, Leanne, you're absolutely right. They're confidently learning the wrong fucking lesson. And yeah, right. Move along. Nothing to see here. And it's no shock to anybody that's seen if you pay attention to the history of the studio industry, they're always going to learn the wrong fucking lesson because they're not coming. Look, it's as simple as that. Is this studios are coming from a perspective of making money. They want to make money, right? That's what the studios want to do, is they want to make money. The creators, the directors, the actors, even the crew that works on it, they want to make art. And when people watch a show, when they watch a movie or a series, they want to watch something that connects with them. They want to watch something that they can put themselves into. And that's what art does at the heart of it. Right? That's what good art does for us. And that's what the studios constantly and consistently miss, that they don't understand. That simple fact that if you take the art out of it, you're going to end up with, the ex-Kardashian housewives of the OC. And sure, there are people who like to escape into that. I wouldn't call it art. People love to escape in that, like, it's like a dirty pleasure, that kind of thing. But when they talk about things that really move them, they talk about movies, they talk about songs, they talk about art. That's what the studios don't get. And they probably never will. But anyway. I think I've exhausted the topic of streaming services. I don't know what more I could really say about it. That's pretty much all I got to say about that. What are you guys up to? What's going on in your world? What's got your heart pumping? What's got your body aching? What's got you moving and grooving out there? Excuse me. Whew. My daughter is 24 years old, I want to say. 4, I think. Is going off to Washington in like 10 days. And she caught a little, I don't know, a cold in her throat, or her throat started getting all itchy. So she's been freaking out that she won't be able to go see her boyfriend in Washington because he just moved up there a few months ago, and she's going to move up there next year with him. And so she hasn't seen him for a while. She's excited about that. So she's doing everything she can to make sure she doesn't get sick. Oh, right. Well, haunt season is coming up. Yep, there goes Leanne, preparing for spooky season. Prepping for spooky season. Washington State or DC? State. Yeah. We're in California, so it's just a straight flight up, But he moved up there to work in the IT industry, and because he graduated from some IT school or something like that down here. And so he moved in with a bunch of his friends. Plan is for her to move up there with him by, next year, May or so. We'll see how that goes. But hopefully it'll go well. I hope her cold goes and bothers someone else. Right. Exactly. She's not that bad. She just has like an itchy throat. But I told her as long as she doesn't, as long as it doesn't turn into a fever, she'll be fine. Wolfman asks, where do you haunt, Leanne? Leanne says, Washington State, halfway between Seattle and the Canadian border. Oh, okay, that's where you're at. Yeah, he lives. I can't remember the name of the city, but I think it's south of Seattle. I can't remember the name of the city off the top of my head. But yeah, Wolfman here is a principal character in the cast of Creature Feature TV. So here's one of the shirts, in fact, I happen to be wearing. CreatureFeatureTV.com. Wolfman plays the Wolfman. So it is Creature Feature TV is like, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, where they show, they do skits in between, D horror, schlock horror movies, So, yeah. You should check out CreatureFeatureTV.com if you like that kind of thing. Leanne, no, I don't remember the name of it. Pulley up Tacoma Lacey. Yeah, I don't remember the name. I'm horrible with names, man. Leanne says, excellent character name, Sanguinary. Vocabulary points. Yeah. Wolfman says, I applied for actor coordinator at our haunt. Nice. I hope you get it. Wolfman here is also a talented. What's the official name for what you do during the spooky season? Are you a haunter, or are you a spooker? Or no, I guess that would probably be a bad thing. Are you? What's the official title for what you like to do? Is there even an official title for that? Like scaring people at haunted houses? Good luck at Wolfman. Exactly. Good luck for sure. Wolf was a haunter at Senator Sydney in Sydney, Iowa. That's hard to say. Sinister Sydney? I don't know why my tongue didn't like that. Sinister Sydney. I got it now. Okay. I was all Sinister Sydney. All right, cool. Keep at it. But yeah, check out definitely CreatureFeatureTV.com. It's fun. And apparently they've just started making new content, according to Wolf here. So that is excellent as well. Wolfman says, last year was my rookie season. Yeah, it's the first that you really got into it, wasn't it? It was last year. And he makes his own mask, his own character stuff. It's pretty wild. Premiere in Minneapolis on October 7th. Excellent. What is wrong with my... This bugging me. Hold on. There we go. Lighting on the screen is not doing me any favors today. Now I'm just hitting the wrong buttons everywhere. What is this still doing here? Okay. There we go. I'm so well coordinated with my production, aren't I? All right. What are we doing here? What the heck is going on? Oh, we're talking about the haunts. That's right. I used to love doing that, scaring kids. I used to have a house where I would scare kids that would come, even adults that would come to the front of my, for Halloween, my house for Halloween. Sorry. And then I moved to a condo, and condos just don't get trick-or-treaters. Because kids don't want to have to run up and down stairs. And the parents don't want to have to run up and down stairs. Put it that way. Parents don't want to have to run up and down stairs in condominiums to get to each apartment to get their kids some candy. So, yeah, they go to the houses where all the fat candy's at, you know, like the big candy bars. I miss it. Halloween's like dead around here. Nothing happens. It's sad. I don't get dressed up anymore. I don't hand out candy, which I used to love doing. I don't go anywhere for Halloween. I live a Halloween-free life for the most part. Isn't that sad? No, I'm just kidding. It's just the last few years. Because I'm in like a Halloween dead zone. That's like, you know, where you don't have any service on your cell phone. I live in a Halloween dead zone. I didn't know it, Wolf. I didn't know it when I first moved here, okay? If I'd known. If only I'd known. But, you know, you make the best, right? Yeah, it says my house is tucked way back on my street. People don't know that it's there. No toters come down as far as my place. I just make up bags for the neighbor kids and deliver them that afternoon. Oh, that's nice. I mean, well, it's sad that you don't get any trick-or-treaters either. But yeah, I wish I could enjoy the holiday more. But simply put, it's just yeah. I know what you meant, trick-or-treaters. Yeah, I live in a trick-or-treat dead zone. What am I gonna do? You know? It's it is what it is. On the other hand, Leanne says my cats aren't freaked out every time the doorbell rings. Your cats freak out when the doorbell rings? My dog used to. Not really like barking, but he would get up and start pacing. He doesn't really do that much anymore. He's like mellowed out since he got older. He's like 11, I think, now. Might be older, about 11. So he's mellowed out a lot more. Wolfman says, my neighbors know I'm a weirdo. I usually sit with them and hand out candy. Yeah, there you go. You know what I think would be the ultimate, and I've thought this for a while, and I'm surprised a candy company has never done this, right? I think, so you know how at around Halloween, like candy bar companies will come out with these packages of large Halloween bag, candy, not the candy itself being large, but like bags of Halloween candy, and they'll be like little bite-sized Snickers and a little bite-sized Milky Way and a little bite-sized Mars. You know what I'm talking about, right? These packages, they'd have multiple different types of candy bars in them, right? We've all seen them. I always thought they should mix up the packaging. Like put the Mars bar package with the Milky Way inside the Milky Way. With the Milky Way inside the Mars bar package. Put the Mars bar inside of the Snickers package. Because it's trick or treat. So you're happy because you think you're about to eat a Snickers. You open it up and no, it's a Milky Way. Like, why does the Snickers taste weird? Because it's a Milky Way. You've been tricked. Why have they not done this? It seems like such a great publicity thing people would be like tripping out. They'd be laughing at it. Definitely get news coverage. If you tell them, better get credit. That's all I'm saying. Better get credit. They're scared of everything. Yeah, maybe. It's true. Halloween is fun, or at least it used to be. Who knows? Maybe I'll go out and do something this year with Tam. Maybe we'll go to a Halloween haunt. If we can find one or something. If my knee is letting me be more mobile. Leanne, I just had knee replacement surgery, my left knee, about, I want to say 8 weeks ago. 7, 8 weeks ago. Yeah, something like that. So still recovering from that fun time. We'll see how I am. Ooh, excuse me. So we talked about streaming. We talked about Halloween haunts. What's going on with you guys? Of course, if anybody wants to be a guest up here, just let me know. I'll shoot you a link. Do audio. You can do video. I'm going to start putting it on my social media, on my Mastodon. Whenever I go live, just post that link so if anybody wants to join and talk about their day, talk about the weekend, what they've been doing, talk about the things they love. That's what we're here for. We want to hear about the things that you love. We want to hear about the things that make you happy. And even if you're having a hard day, we want to hear about that. If you're having a hard day, let us know. Vent to us. Tell us what's going on. Maybe we can help you walk through it a little bit. We don't talk about religion here. We don't talk about politics. These things are divisive, so we leave them to people who are much more knowledgeable about those things to deal with than we are, right? Than I am. But for the most part, we just like to sit, have a conversation about whatever comes to our minds, and just see where it goes from there. It can be fun. At least that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying. I was going to stream yesterday, but my neck was hurting. It was like burning. I tried taking care of it this morning, and I'm okay if I don't sit still for too long. Have to go to, oh man, woo! Talk about close call. Okay, so this is going to be like, there's a lot of people that use CPAPs. I use a CPAP, and it started going out on me a couple of days ago. Like I knew the pump, something was wrong with the pump, and it started getting louder. And like to use it, it still works, but I have to kind of put it in a box. Hey, Daphne. I have to put it in a box and kind of muffle it with pillows around it, but yet still let it get air. It still gets air, It's like a little place where it gets air from. And it's the only way I could sleep because it was just too loud. So I called them, found out I had a month left on my warranty. This is the last month of my warranty on it. So I have to go to Corona, which is like 25 miles away, on tomorrow. So Tam and we got to be out there by 3, so we're going to go do that tomorrow. That's going to be fun. Get a new CPAP machine. Probably going to be the same model, I'd imagine. It'll be the same model, which is a good model. It works. So that'll be good. Tam and I will have some drive time together. Maybe I'll live stream when Tam and I go. Should I do that? I should do that. Maybe I'll plan to do that. tomorrow, when Tam and I leave, maybe we'll live stream going to pick it up and going to get it. See how the signal hangs. See if the signal hangs. Probably won't because we'll be in the car. We'll lose the signal every 5 miles. But maybe not. I think it'll be interesting to see what happens. Because the great thing about the service I use, EV Mux, because it's web-based, if I disconnect right now, I can reconnect and it doesn't lose the feed. Right? It won't lose the feed until I end the broadcast, basically, myself. So, yeah, that should be interesting to see how that works out when I'm moving in a car. I'm not driving, so I don't care. But, yeah, I think I'll do that tomorrow. It'll be fun. It'll be a hoot. Yeah, so that's what I got going on. That's Daphne who decided to come sit over here by me. Because you're an attention whore, aren't you, Daphne? She's the one that threw up earlier. Feeling okay? You need a brush. I need to brush you. Where is the brush? You're getting matted. Oh, I gotta find the brush. She's getting matted. That no good. No good. I gotta find the brush. I don't know where it is. Okay, when I get off the stream, I'm gonna find the brush and I'm gonna brush her down. That no good. Yeah. But so we got creature feature. Daphne needs to be brushed. I wish I knew where the brush used to be right next to me, but it's not. Where's the brush, Daphne? You even know? You got no idea, do you? She's like, I don't even know what you're saying, sir. What's that? Do you guys hear that? Daphne's going to chill behind me. For all you know, she's AI. You don't know. You got no idea. She could be AI. I could be that talented. No? That's weird. Well, headphones look a lot darker on the screen than they do in real life. I did not notice it. Stupid things that you notice sometimes. What you can do? Digital Redneck. I see your tweet on Mastodon. Trying out EV Mux, how to add my PeerTube, got my Twitch and YouTube. I'll work that out with you later on, man. I'll catch that up for you. But, well, I think since no one seems to be participating right now, and I can't think of another topic, maybe this is a good time to end the stream. Or should I just hang out here, just chill, not do anything? No, I'm just kidding. This is a good place to end the stream. I want to thank everybody for watching. Thanks everybody for hanging out with me. And I sincerely hope that everybody. That's okay. It's okay, Wolf. That's okay. Everybody has a. I would have ended in like 5 or 10 minutes anyway. We're just getting it's okay to end a little early today. So take care of yourselves. Have a good night, everyone. And I will see you again tomorrow, maybe. And if not tomorrow, definitely Thursday. So hang in there. Have a great day. Have a good night. And I will see you later. Bye, guys.